Hey everybody, here we are, 1st of November. How did that happen so quickly? It's almost Christmas time. We're here, doing the best we can, making sure that everyone goes forward together. Welcome, if you're here for the first time, welcome to our stayers. Check out the information video. This is really important for you to understand. There you go, folks. It's that simple. Pay attention and make sure you understand the benefit of owning metal. Remember, this is our opinion only. We're expressing our view as affiliates of a number of companies only. We don't represent any of those companies, and we don't give financial advice. What we're doing is we're sharing with you information that we've learnt, and if you choose to use it to some advantage for yourself, great. Hope it works out for you. We're doing everything we can to make this a viable business for our members. Our merchant information this week, we're going to talk about AU4U again, because I was looking around on the internet again, ordering some coins for Christmas, and this came up. This is just an amazing price comparison. directcoins.com.au, price $115. AU4U price $65. The exact same coin. Exact same coin. That is an eye-opener, because people will tell you that we've got some ulterior motive, it can't be that simple. There you see the price. And I can tell you that today it's actually less than $65. Why wouldn't you want to shop in this system? Why are we here? Well, we're a group of like-minded people focused on ensuring we survive the economic turmoil around us. The world is changing and we should really, really pay attention. So how is our world actually going? Well, here's Mr. Gammon, the Rebel Capitalist show, talks about macroeconomics. So really interesting to see him do it and listen to him talk. He's setting up plan B. Make sure you've got a plan B and how to do it and how to set it up. Really important information. Mr. Manarino, a really funny video, because he talks about more proof that the economy's in turmoil in the US. And look, yes, I understand it's the United States, it's not Australia, but everything that happens there impacts us, and we need to pay attention. What about in China? Well, China scared everybody because they brought in a heap of capital controls because of what's happened in their real estate market. And remember, funds managers in Australia, New Zealand, America, Europe, all have money in those bonds. All of them. And here's why it's a scary thought. They're talking about contagion after the world's biggest default. So there are now a number of companies in China that are in serious default, and they look like being shut down by the government. I can't work out if they're going to bail them out or not, but we'll find that out in the coming weeks. There we go. So now, here's what we have. We have Lynette Zhang talking about what's going on with hyperinflation and where it's going to be in the world market. Because if hyperinflation strikes as suspected, gold and silver will become the banking instruments of the world. We need to pay close attention. It's not that there's an issue with it. It's just that we don't know when that's going to happen. All I can tell you is the world is getting into a more and more unstable position, and we are in the right place. We have a positive roadmap, and we need to stay focused on that. So here we are with Kitco News, and I have to say this was an interesting video to listen to. This guy is absolutely sure that within the next 6 months, gold and silver will both hit record highs. And he went through quite a bit of information on why he thinks that. Now, isn't that coincidental? Gold and silver, that's the two metals that we talk about week in, week out. We need to pay attention. because we don't know what's coming down the pike at us. We don't have any control over that. The only thing we have control of is what we can put our hand on. And yes, Martin, it is an excellent interview, isn't it? Okay. You think we are headed in the right direction? We have a strong footprint in the metals business. We are attempting to get as much of it as we can into the hands of our members as quickly as possible, because I think that's going to be the golden yellow brick road. Closer to home, Perth Mint. Let's go back and talk about Perth Mint. We did a few webinars some weeks ago where we talked about issues at Perth Mint and people not being able to get their metal, all of which was denied by Perth Mint. All of it was completely denied by Perth Mint. So, yep, here we go. We're on the road again, and Perth Mint has some issues. So this was from a few weeks ago, but this is relevant to the next slide, so pay attention. Perth Mint has stated, and in fact, it was Michaela on the bullion desk, that they have stopped production of their 100-ounce silver bars because they are now only selling 1 kilo bars, just one product. Now, they're still producing some coins, and yep, we have completely obliterated the allocation that we had access to from the coins. We're now negotiating to get another source and some other coins, because here it is in November, and we have obliterated the allocation that was supposed to take us through until July. We're a long way in front of the curve. Anyway, so let's get on to the next slide and see why. Because while all that was going on in the public, Perth Mint was denying that there was an issue, and that no, they weren't using people's metal. They were legitimately being charged for storage, etc., etc. Well, maybe, as they say, they protested too much, because this was sent to me by Brad, who's on the call. He found this while he was blundering around, that Perth Mint has changed their terms. Now, just have a look at this and tell me if you think it means what I think it means. We may use all or part of your unallocated precious metal solely to fund the precious metal needs of our operations. Now, if that doesn't tell you that they are just warning you that they're going to put your metal in their pocket whenever they feel like it, you need to actually get some legal advice, because that is bizarre that they even admit it in their terms and conditions now. Yes, Mrs. McCloskey, that does sound like a bail-in, but it's a metal bail-in. Now, it says that they're not lending. We will not short sell your unallocated metal, nor lend your unallocated precious metal to third parties where control is not exercised by us. Now, the devil is always in the detail. They don't actually spell out what control means. Does that mean they have a contract? Does that mean they have an idea? Does that mean they don't know what they're doing? I mean, these are just questions. What does control mean? I guarantee you it does not mean that they're not going to lend your metal to somebody, because it says it in the paragraph above it. And, by the way, you are not entitled to payment of any benefit arising from our use of your precious metal. Let me think about that. Now, in quite a short space of time, AU4U has been able to set up and facilitate some income streams for its members through member benefits, which we'll begin paying in the next few weeks. We're trying to get it done last month, but we're still joining dots and making it all work. But the actual systems are working. Now, if AU4U can do that, wouldn't you reckon, just by the by, that Perth Mint would have access to similar things? Let me think. Does that mean that Perth Mint is making the money off your metal and not sharing it? Gee, Clause C would kind of lead me to believe that they are in fact using the metal to generate income for Perth Mint, and no, they're not sharing it with you. So if you have metal at the Perth Mint and you're paying for storage, I'd be pulling it out if it was me, because I don't think they're giving us a fair go. And yes, Malcolm, they are government owned, hence I don't trust them. I've never found a government that I would trust or believe in anywhere in the world. So, just a completely bizarre piece of information. And yes, it's quite scary, Martin, that they put it in plain sight and hope that people don't read it. I find it bizarre that they actually do put it out there, because it's an amazing outcome. And wow, why wouldn't you look at that if you were going to buy metal there and say, hang on a minute, what is it that you're actually doing with the metal I pay for? Because that is a scary little clause in there that they've just slipped in to their new terms and conditions. Okay, now remember our roadmap. Remember, we're talking about real physical gold and silver that we retain title to no matter what. We're not at risk of the vault lending it out. We're not at risk of the vault leveraging it. They can't legally. It's not owned by them. And it's stored in a private vault. And you'll be able to put metal in there and turn it into cash by simply sending an email and some information. Shortly, you'll be able to turn it into digital tokens that you can convert into currency online for no fees, except for what you get charged on the blockchain. Now, it's a bit like saying there's no fees when you use an ATM, other than the fees the ATM charges you because it's a bank. There will be fees on a blockchain. Every blockchain in the world charges a fee to process a transaction, and they charge it on the blockchain. You don't have to take money out of your pocket. So there will be some fees, but it's very minimal. And remember, it's only on the blockchain. You're not going to be asked to pay money for something. You can, in theory, use everything that's in that wallet that you see in the middle of the picture there. You can spend it. Our own tokens will go in there. You'll be able to turn it into cash on the fly as you need it. Does everyone know who this dude is? Type in if you know who he is. This is not a trick question. Someone like Martin or Brad Smith ought to be able to type that in there right quick. Dan Andrews, well, mate, it could be, except he's got a different sort of a grin. This dude is Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. Now, for the last few years, he has been the golden-haired boy from China. He has made an inordinate amount of money setting up third-party software. So he's built his own electronic ordering system. So when you buy a product through the Alibaba website, they process the transaction, keep a fee, and they send the order directly to the manufacturer who ships it to you. Currently, he was in one of the islands off Spain, Mallorca, that's the one. One of the islands off Spain on holidays. He disappeared for a while. And Now he has been severely slapped around by the Chinese Communist Party because he did a speech not so long ago where he criticized the monetary systems of communist China. Now, you might think that he was so powerful because he had so much money that he would be immune from action. Well, guess what? He wasn't. They went after him in a big way, and the company itself lost $344 billion off its balance sheet. That is a very large number. The people who lost that were mums and dad investors that had a few shares. And yeah, Jen, I think he likely will disappear in the coming months because he has started a hornet's nest over there. And on top of that, we've now got the real estate fiasco. So they're in a world of hurt. And I hope that we learn something from that and that we manage to reacquire some manufacturing here in this country so that we can become independent of what's happening in other countries. We need to have a roadmap where we can design something, build it, and sell it. At the moment, we don't. There's very little product that's actually manufactured here in Australia. Most of it comes in from sites like Alibaba. That's why there is such a delay on post office deliveries at the moment. The postal system was not set up to cope with the Heineken flu, nor was it set up to cope with the amount of manufacturing that went overseas. And talking to somebody the other day who said he's a courier driver, he said, well, I wouldn't have a job if Australia Post was efficient. Probably an honest statement. There is so much shipment about product that's come in from overseas from internet ordering. It is absolutely stupid, the amount of product that's being delivered like that now. And yes, Martin, revisiting Paul Keating's Banana Republic, it's amazing that history repeats itself. And if we don't learn from history, we are doomed to suffer from it. Okay. Here's some info about the wallets and what we're working on. I want everyone to pay attention because this is how the automatic orders will work. So when you look in your dashboard, you're on your dashboard, you can see down here automatic orders. Now, it's not there yet. This is coming into the live site in the next couple of days. We're hashing the crap out of it in the test site as we speak, trying to make sure that it is somewhat stable when we release it in the live site. We found a few spelling issues tonight and a couple of processes we need to polish up to make it more efficient. So when you click on automatic orders, it will open up a menu like that. And at the bottom, you'll see create order. Now that's where you need to go to set one up. Now, why would you need to do this? Well, AU4U does not ever set up an automatic debit where they're taking money out of your account to purchase metal. Automatic orders are set up in the AU4U system so that whenever you send X amount of money, if you set up an order for $100, whenever you send $100, that order will process. You don't have to log into the website. You can log in later and check it, make sure that it's happened. But when you send the money, the order processes. It's a very cool setup. So this is what the first page looks like when you click on Create New Order. And you'll see that the very first thing you need to do is choose an item or a product. And there's only two options at the moment: gold or silver. That's it. So once you select one of them, you will have a line item like that. Now you'll see on the left it says silver buy in AUD. Under the dollar amount, you'll see I've put $127 in there. And that's how the order is processed. It's in dollars, not grams. So don't put in 5 grams there and expect that it'll get processed. It won't. It must be 100. It must be in dollars. The entire system is built around dollars. Now, once you've done that, if you want to, you can add another line. So you can have $127 worth of silver and $50 worth of gold in one order, and it will all process and appear in your wallet. Now, once you've got it set up and you're happy with it, click the submit button at the bottom, because that's what will actually set the order up in the system. Now, here's what the order list looked like before I set up an order. So you'll see on the left-hand side here, where's my little radar-y looking doohickey? Laser pointer, that's the word I'm looking. You see here, you've got AU13, AU10, AU7. They're automatic orders that are set up in the system. So that's the reference number you put when you transfer money. AU13, AU10, depending on which order you want to process. You can see they're all different. Now, we've already looked at that one. So you can see that they are stored there. You can process literally any of those orders you want. If you want to send $150, AU7, $100, AU10. So you need to make sure that you've got an order there if you're going to use the system. Now, over on the right-hand side, there's a little eyeball there for each line. And when you click on it, it opens up what the order is, and it shows you that number 13 is $1,000 worth of silver, which matches what we were just looking at. So you can check those if you forget. If you're looking at an order and you're wondering what's that $1,000 for, click on the little eyeball at the end and it will show you exactly what's in that order. As simple as that. It's a really clean, straightforward process. Now, when I've set up a new order, AU14, you can see it tells me that the order is successfully placed, order number 14. All of the order numbers are still sitting there stacked in order, date sequence, and there's the one I just set up, and you can see the special instructions to see if someone's paying attention. And that's what we're about to look at. AU14. And now notice that the order is not confirmed. Now, it's not confirmed until you send the first amount of money. Then the system will automatically send you an email to say, we've just received $127 for order number AU14. Is this you? If you don't recognize the order, click, there's a no option. Click no. If you do recognize the order, say yes, it is. And your order status will change from not confirmed to confirmed. It will happen in the website. You don't have to be in the website to do it. When you transfer the money, you will get an email asking you to confirm the order. It's a really simple process. How do you increase the yield you're getting? Easy. Recruit somebody. If this lady recruits a single person, she gets 2% of their metal sales. Now, here we're just talking about metal sales. If he recruits somebody, guess what? He gets 2% of that girl's metal sales. But the first lady gets 1% because of the way the affiliate program works. Now, what if the second girl recruits somebody and he buys metal? Yep, you guessed it. His recommender gets 2% and 0.5% goes back to the original person. 2, 1.5 on metal sales. Really simple process to keep track of. And that will all happen automatically. That means the original person picks up 2% at the first level, 1% at the next level, and 0.5%. That's 3.5% on metal sales. That's pretty good. I'm unaware of another metal program that does anywhere near that. Anywhere near it. And on top of that, you're going to get member benefits into your wallet. So you get $30 when you register a new affiliate, 2% from their metal purchases, and access to the lifestyle bonus up to $750,000 a week. You increase the loyalty pool and the member benefit pool also. Those last two happen automatically. It's not something that you need to do to worry about. We're just putting a new tab in the dashboard of your website so that you can see what you've qualified for. It's pretty cool. It's a great way to get benefits over and above what you get from the affiliate program. And that's what the member benefits program was designed to do. Bottom line, everything we knew in the past that we considered normal is gone. And it's unlikely to come back anytime soon. In fact, I'd have to say it's unlikely to come back. I don't see anything changing in the world rapidly that will modify that. I don't see how that's going to happen other than the people that have assets in spendable systems. Be your own bank. Assets in spendable monetary systems like gold and silver, currency. Make sure that you understand the benefits of that. Every week, our economic news gets worse. Don't panic, Jonesy. We got gold and silver, baby. We have absolutely the best program that's coming onto the market. Now, this was a challenge we put out there a few weeks ago about if you can find another program, there's a prize. You need to make sure that you pay close attention because we're going to give away a prize if you can come up with a better program that lets you deal in metal assets that you can hold and make it work. Please, I'd love to see it. Okay, everybody. You don't need to be a salesperson to succeed with Gold Rocks and AU4U. You will become your own bank. Hold and use money in spendable assets. Make sure that you understand the benefits of that and how it's going to benefit you personally. Protect yourself. It is up to you. Has anybody got any ideas for what they might do about Christmas? If you're going to order coins, remember, Australia Post is having major difficulty delivering. We're trying to send overnight envelopes across town, and it's taking a week or more for an overnight envelope to go from one side of Brisbane to the other, let alone out of state. It's hideous, the delays. And if you get on their website, you'll see that Australia Post has suspended all delivery guarantees for the moment. So we're here to talk about real physical gold and silver. Make sure you understand why that's important. And we're going to do a little bit of news next week on the spot price and why the markets are as they are. But stay focused because everyone goes forward together. Has anyone got any questions about tonight? Some of the things that we've talked about. The wallet, the automatic orders, any of that sort of stuff? When will the presentation be ready to send to potential members? We will have, I'd rather wait until we've got the automatic orders going, Martin. But once we've got that done, it will be live and we will have a new video about that. Brad saying, how is the fix coming on the loyalty figure not increasing? Yep, we know it's increasing. It's just not showing on the dashboard. I'm trying to get the automatic orders going, Brad, and then that's the next cab on the rank to fix that. It is something that we have on the list of projects to do. We are, at the moment, outside of the developers that we bought the website off, and boy, I can tell you that there are a whole lot of issues around transitioning to a developer that you trust, but it's been good. They got a lot of work done today. It's taken us a few weeks for them to get their head around it. Yes, Brad, we can probably put the number of shares in there. We'll have a look at how we can do that. You'll know at the end of every month what you've qualified for, because it'll show up on your dashboard. So we are working on all of that stuff as we speak. So thanks everybody for coming. It's great on a Monday night to see everybody here and asking questions. Great to see you all here. Thanks everybody. We look forward to seeing you on the golden beaches of the world.